I would like, if I may, take you on a strange journey. A journey through the disillusioned nightmares of an immigrant American. A young man turned up at this shore, his head a little cap, a happy smile on his face, a dream of the lights of show business, a dream which ended here. In a dark, forgotten corner of a dark, forgotten industry.
It's hard to stay up, it's been a long, long day, and you got the Sandman at the door. But hang on, leave the TV on, and let's do it anyway. It's okay, you can always sleep through work tomorrow, okay? Hey, hey, tomorrow's just your future yesterday.
The Late Late Show with Craig Ferguson, sponsored by Progressive. Visit Progressive.com today. Ladies and gentlemen, Craig Ferguson.
You're very, very noisy because you feel so sorry for the warm-up comedian. I understand. Please, please make a lot of noise. Please make a lot of noise. My job depends on this. My job depends on this. He hurts me when you're not here. I have kids. I don't hurt him when you're not here. Yes, I do. Sometimes he's naughty and I give him a little love tap. It's a great day for America, everybody. Yes, indeed. It is. Yeah. This is what I'm doing now. This is my thing I do. On Friday nights, this is my thing. Oh, I know, I'm sorry. You can't afford cable, but you want to see something expensive? There it is. There it is. Have a look at some money. Money. Friday, of course, everybody, and a big weekend at the box office. The movie Taken 2 opens today, and I'm very excited about it. Look how perky my nipples are. I love the first one. Liam Neeson has this great line in the movie. He picks up, he's talking to the bad guys. He goes, I have a very unique set of skills. I will find you and I will kill you. I'm like, that's awesome. It's a good thing that he played a killer trained by the CIA. A movie wouldn't have been good if he'd said something like, I have a unique set of skills. I will find you and I will repair your washing machine. My favorite line, I love that movie. My favorite line in that movie is he's trying to convince his ex-wife's new husband, Stuart, to help him find his daughter. And this Stuart jerk isn't helping. So Liam Neeson says, I'm paraphrasing, you know, I'll paraphrase it, but he says, now's not the time for a penis measuring contest, Stuart. The actual clip, show the actual clip.
I was not going to let my daughter live with someone without knowing everything about them.
Yeah, well, I have a few resources of mine.
Now's not the time for measuring, Stuart.
Now, this, to me, raises a very important question. Is there ever an appropriate time Is there a time when you go, actually, now would be a good time for a penis measuring competition? Jeff, is there ever a good time?
Anytime's a good time for me.
Now, Liam Neeson, of course, is one of the best voices in Hollywood. He's got to be the only man alive who could pull off a cheesy line like, "Release the Kraken!" like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, see, yeah. It wouldn't sound the same if it was Bill Clinton, you know. Release the Kraken. Actually, that sounds pretty good. All right, Sean Connery, release the Kraken. Yes, not bad. Michael Caine, release the Kraken. You get any?
Yeah, Morgan Freeman.
Okay.
Release the Kraken.
No? Regis.
You know, I gotta tell you, it's time to release the Kraken.
Yeah, good. Now, Liam Neeson, of course, he does all his own stunts in the Taken movies. He's fantastic. It's not surprising when you learn he was a boxer when he was younger. He's a successful boxer. He's like, release the Kraken. Neeson credits his skill as a bare-knuckled brawler to something he calls being Irish. Oh, that's where I lose it. Irish people like to fight? Yes, they do. I have been beaten up by Irish people. The last Taken movie, the bad guys kidnapped his daughter, and in this new movie, what they do is they kidnap his ex-wife. I'm not sure that's really upping the ante, you know. Like, if most guys would hear their ex-wife had been kidnapped, they'd be like, oh, damn. Oh, boy. Uh-oh. First his daughter, now his ex-wife. How far down the family tree are these monsters willing to go? By the fifth movie, they'll be kidnapping his second cousin. We've got your second cousin, Ernie. Who's Ernie? Is that on me mother's side? I will find you and I will ask you who Ernie is. Now, the bad guy in Taken 2, I'm very excited about. He's very scary. Do we have a picture of him? That's the actual bad guy in Taken 2. So, Liam Neeson is clearly up against the Dos Equis guy. Do we see her? Yeah. I don't get my ass kicked often. But when I do, it's by Liam Neeson. Stay evil, my friends. Personally, I hope they keep making these Taken movies. I'll pay to see Taken 3, Taken 4, Taken 5, the musical. They've taken my adorable Pomeranians. Interpol says it's probably Albanian. Now, see? People enjoy that kind of thing. I read that Arnold Schwarzenegger was originally going to star in Taken, but he kept screwing up the lines. You know, when the bad guy says, "We've got your kid," and Arnold would be like, "The one from my wife or the one from the me?" Oh, yeah, Umi! Umi! I was the one that was being the governor of California and banging the help. Umi! Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. That was uncouth. Domestic staff. Anyway, I'm glad they went with a real actor like Liam Neeson. I like even his serious movies, like the one where he plays that man who discovers a mountain where that woman can't speak English and he introduces her to modern society.
Yeah, what the hell was that movie called?
The John McCain story. That's what Right. You like... listen, you do a good Arnold Schwarzenegger, don't you?
Yeah. Maria, release the Kraken.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. That was Arnold's problem. He was releasing the Kraken a little too often.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, Maria would go to work and he'd be like...
Release the Kraken.
Yeah, exactly. Is there anyone else we can do to release the Kraken? I think I'm done.
Matthew McConaughey.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Let's release that Kraken.
Yeah. Oh, Larry King. I'll do Larry King.
Yeah, that's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Release the Kraken.
Oh, Wilford Brimley.
Oh, Wilford Brimley, all right.
Release the Kraken, diabetes.
One more, and then we'll definitely go to a commercial break. One more, all right? Do Robert De Niro release the Kraken?
Release the Kraken. Thank you.
Do the thing, Jeff.
I'm Liam Neeson, and you're watching The Late Late Show. I will find you, and I will measure your privates.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back to the show where tonight we're celebrating the work of Liam Neeson and everyone else who might or might at some point say, release the Kraken.
I like when you do it like that.
You like that? This is how I would do it, right? If I was to release my Kraken, I'd be like this. Release the Kraken.
That really works.
Does it really?
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to release it.
It's out.
Oh
Yeah, no, my Kraken's out. It's running around. What time is it, Jeffrey Peterson?
Here's the deal. This is Robert Downey Jr., and it's time for tweets and emails and release your Kraken.
All right, good. Yeah. Do the thing.
Stop that cover and don't look back. Here comes an email and Twitter attack. Giant freaky monsters crashing our city. It's a jumbo lizard wrecking committee. So grab your ray gun and your rocket back. I join the email Twitter.
All right. This is from Cammy in Chicago. You ever been to Chicago?
Oh,
You
love
like it there?
Chicago, yeah.
It's windy in that town, no?
Very windy, oh yeah.
How windy is it, Jeff?
It's so windy that they renamed it Gale.
Oprah and Gail.
Yeah,
In Chicago.
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Release the Kraken, girl.
Release the Kraken!
Dear Craig and Jeff, my boyfriend isn't all that enthusiastic about our date to the opera this weekend. Will you tell him it's not going to be that bad? Hey, it's not going to be it's going to be awful. Nah, it's going to be great. There's going to be a fat lady singing, and then there'll be a whole bunch of fat people come on, all playing the townspeople. You go, what kind of town is this? A diabetes town? Everyone in see the opera. It used to be the opera people were all very fat, but nowadays they're thin.
Check your blood sugar and check it often. Diabetes.
This is from Maria in Staten Island, New York. You ever been there?
Love it there.
Where?
You know where.
All right. This is from Randall in Temecula, California. You ever been to Temecula?
yeah,
you go to a place
Temecula.
over there, maybe
Yeah,
like to go.
wine down
Temecula's
there.
not that far away. I mean, you can almost see it from there. It's just over there.
Off the 15, I think.
What? You
It's
take,
off the
it's
15.
not the 15
No,
to
it's not
Temecula.
15.
No, you take the 5.
Oh, the
Take
5.
to Temecula.
Take
You
the
take 5 to Temecula.
That's a very long way to go to get to Temecula. I think maybe you're going the wrong way, maybe.
No, you take the 5 to get to. You don't take the 15. You take the 15 to Vegas.
Release the Kraken.
Who's that? Morgan Freeman.
It's always better with Morgan Freeman.
Yeah, everything's better with Morgan Freeman. Randall in Temecula says, Dear Craig, where do you shop for your socks? They're great. They are pretty good, aren't they? Look at these suckers. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that. You know where I get my socks? There's a special store in LA called Fairy Time. And it's you get what I do is I try to get socks that look like they're from a fairy tale. For example, this looks like it might be some kind of golfing evil witch.
Golfing evil witch, you say?
Yeah, golfing evil witch. That's a fairy tale with that, isn't it? Who come into my course for a par 3?
Oh,
Is that a real story?
Oh, that's right. I remember that story.
You're just being supportive. This is from Roger in Enfield, New Hampshire. You ever been there?
Oh, yeah.
You've got a place in New Hampshire. I remember
do,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, you have. What do
I
you do when you're there?
Well, I go swimming. And, I throw beads.
This is from a town called Enfield. Now, here's a story. There's North London. There's an area in North London called Enfield. And I used to go out with a girl from there. And I parked outside her house one night and stayed over. And when I came out, someone had stolen the gas out of my gas tank.
What the hell?
Yeah, so, you know, be careful. There's absolutely no entertainment value to that story whatsoever, was there? None. Whatsoever. Like, you don't know the girl, you don't know the name, and you don't care about my gas tank either. I'm just trying to tell you things about me you might not know. This is from Jacqueline in Cranston in Rhode Island. That's a tiny little state, Rhode Island.
Yeah,
Tiny little place.
very
It's about
small.
size of that. That's about the actual size of
yeah.
Rhode Island right there. If Rhode Island was in show business, that's what it would look like.
The hell is going on over there?
Dear Craig and Jeff, what is the best way to get a car salesman to give you a good deal? You know. Release the Kraken. Finally, this is from Mitch in Lexington. This is from Mitch in Lexington
Lexington.
in Kentucky.
Oh, yeah, I've been
Lexington.
to Lexington.
You ever been to Lexington?
Oh, I love Lexington.
Really? What do you do when you're there?
I like to go swimming and throw beads.
Dear Craig and Jeff, if you guys don't already have plans for the weekend, you're invited to come over for some football and barbecue. What do you say? I'm there, Jeff.
Oh, I'd love to, jackass, except I'm plugged into a friggin' wall.
What Jeff means is he doesn't like football.
Release the Kraken.
We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back. That's enough. Yeah! I noticed an uptick in the studio audience's enthusiasm when they saw me getting hit in the ass with a bat. Luckily, I remembered the safety word. More. That got me going a little bit there. My first guest tonight is the chief medical correspondent of CNN. He's a good friend of the show. He's very clever. He's a doctor, so behave yourself. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, everybody. Dr. Sanjay Gupta. Gupta, you look great, man.
Thank you, sir. I love the new digs.
You like it? Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? It has the operating theater light.
Perfect.
Little bit. Do you still,
still
have lunch? And you still operate, right?
I do.
They have big banks of lights like that? So
you got to see what you're doing.
Right, yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you can't just kind of phone it in.
No, you're right. And you been well? Your health?
I'm good, yeah. I know, I'm all right. I had the colonoscopy. Remember we talked about it?
Right,
I had it.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
no, I did.
We share a lot together.
Yeah,
so-
no. The last time you were here, we talked about it a little bit.
Right.
Right, and so I had it because I turned 50.
Everything went well?
Well, I loved it.
You got to sleep through the whole thing?
Yeah, they had to put me out because they were doing an endoscope as well. So they did that end. I hope they did that end first, but I don't know. That end, and then
they did from the top and the bottom.
Yeah, he did both. Yeah, because I got family history of stuff.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so they had to look there, and then I don't think they did it at the same time. It wasn't like picture in picture or anything like that.
Did the doctor say, I have a unique set of skills, I will find you, and do a colonoscopy?
I think he was saying that while I was asleep. He was doing though, when I came out of it, because they puff air into your colon.
Right.
You get really bad gas.
Yeah.
But you haven't had anything to eat for 24 hours, so it smells great. it's like
You're trying to say your don't stink.
Well, a little bit. What? Yeah, I mean, come on, you're a doctor, man. You're a doctor. How are you doing? What's going on with you?
I'm doing great. You know,
Yeah?
we're in town. We're doing a triathlon coming up, and we're having
Nice.
Yeah, just trying to stay fit. You know.
You are looking very well. Are you doing it? I mean, are you overdoing it a little bit? A little bit, maybe?
No. You know, I got to tell you, I feel really good. You know, I've come to the point where I sort of, you know, want to make every moment in life count.
Yeah,
So,
I hear you on that.
Yeah? You doing the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, I used to, like, when I was younger, I would squint, like, days would go by, I don't even remember them, but now I'm like, oh, no, No, it's true, actually, as you get older, you're like, this is not forever. It's not forever.
Right. And I think once I had kids, even more so, you know, I just,
Yeah.
you know, so, you know, things are going really well, staying very busy.
What is the secret? If you had to say one thing is the secret to the real kind of health, physical health, what is the one thing that you should do right away?
Well, you know, from a pragmatic standpoint, I think it's probably to just simply eat less.
Right.
I think most people just simply eat too
I
much
can't go there.
food.
You're going to have to pick something else.
Right. But, you know, I think, you know, it's interesting because I thought about this a lot. I think for me, it's this idea of waking up every morning and having some sense of purpose. Like literally getting out of bed and having some idea of what my.
I can't go with you in either of those two, so you're going to have to pick something else.
You're still going to live forever.
No, I tell you what, now this, you tell me, you're a doctor. Every time I go and see a doctor for anything, whether it's, you know, an illness or a checkup or an insurance thing or anything like that, they always say, you're under any stress? Any stress? Like, they always go with stress. Is that me, or is that a thing doctors just, like, make up?
No, I think it's a good first question. You know, and you know, stress is a common denominator for all sorts of different problems. And you know, it's funny because it's a vague term, so people don't pay a lot of attention to it. But we're probably under a lot more stress than we realize.
What about you? You under any stress?
You know, it's fine. I don't think that I am consciously, but you know, when I sort of sit back every now and then and just sort of, you know, let a deep breath out after something
Well, let
big.
a deep breath out. Let's talk about your childhood. How was that? Yeah.
Therapy with Greg.
Yeah. Are you in therapy? Do you get therapy?
No, you know, I don't.
Oh, really? I don't know if that's the wise idea.
No, I'm not against it or anything, but you know, it's one of these things where I feel genuinely pretty happy with life. I feel like
therapy can help you with that.
Too much happiness.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I actually am a great fan of it. I find it very helpful.
Yeah.
Because you get to, you know, I think there's something about having a secretive. I have a very kind of suspicious, secretive nature, and I think the more secrets I keep, the sicker I feel.
Really?
Yeah, that's why I tell everybody all my on TV.
So it feels cathartic when you let
I
it out?
think there seems to be a feeling of freedom about it. I don't feel empowered by secrets. I feel encumbered by them.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Are you feeling better right now? Just
Yeah, I feel like I've said that to you. And you're a doctor, you won't tell anyone what I'm
Right.
saying, so it'll be all right. Oh, they don't care. And, you know, do you ever find yourself getting very emotionally attached to any particular case? Are you good at detaching yourself from that?
No, I think I get pretty emotionally attached to every case, probably.
Really?
You know? Yeah, I'm not big on detachment. I think that's probably overvalued. And people say as a doctor you don't become too attached. I'll tell you an interesting thing though. And this is totally different. I don't mean to liken the two, but I'm a big dog lover.
You're right.
And I have a 12-year-old dog, and I love pets. And my dog developed lung cancer.
Oh, yeah.
And it was emotionally just devastating. You know, he's doing okay. We actually had to take him to the doctor, and you know, he had his lung removed. And then after that operation, he actually developed an issue where he developed air around his lung. It was pushing on his lung, and I took him back to the doctor and actually had to decompress his chest myself to let the air out of his chest cavity. And it was the most incredible thing, because you know, a dog, you know, he was sick, he was dying, and I did this myself. He's feeling much better now.
Right.
But it was this incredible thing. I was very I'm very attached to my
Yeah,
to
yeah.
my dog, my pet.
I mean, you've never, presumably you've never had to do that to someone you've known, like someone you
No.
had a relationship with.
Right. I mean, they tell you not
But
to-
you do with the dog.
the
That's-
dog, and dogs just have this unconditional love.
Absolutely,
Pets
yeah.
in general.
I said I got a French
Secretariat over there.
bulldog. It doesn't really love anybody.
That's-
But I
They're a
don't.
little bit aloof.
Yeah, well, kind of a little bit. Yeah, yeah. What kind of a? It's a.
The Weimaraner. He's a big dog, about 100 pounds.
Oh
And,
wow. Yeah.
so, yeah.
Is it? Do you find it a little difficult working around fur?
Well, yeah.
I mean, because you gotta get some patients in that are pretty furry.
Pretty- right,
You know,
yeah. Well, I do a lot of head surgery, right?
Right. So you
actually shave the head. Yeah.
Right.
It's
Oh yeah.
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 It's tough for them. But we've done this thing now where we don't always shave the hair. We actually will just separate it and make a little bit of just a little thin strip. And
Really?
it's amazing. We can do the same operation, not shave the hair, but if someone doesn't have their head shaved, they actually recover much more quickly. They don't look sick, so they don't feel sick.
I wonder
So
if
then-
that's like the stress thing we're talking about. Though.
Yeah,
a little
yeah.
bit. That's fascinating.
Yeah.
If you don't look sick, you don't feel sick.
Right. So you see, they literally get up out of bed more quickly. They go home more quickly. They just feel better. So,
Wow. What if like it was a bald guy needed a piece of head surgery? If you put a wig on him and then cut through the wig.
I'm going to try that. We're
Yeah,
gonna
and then
call
he'd
that
be
the-
like, doctor. Actually, while he's
Ferguson
out, because
trial.
presumably you're under general to get that thing,
Correct,
so
yeah.
you could stitch a scalp on him.
That's right.
Say, operation was a great success, and your hair's back.
That's right. I don't know what happened. I feel better.
Right, that is terrific. We'll take a commercial break. We'll be right back with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
And I was telling Lisa about this. I don't know if that's too heavy for the show, but it's amazing.
Yeah, we're back. Welcome back, everybody. Dr. Sanjay Gupta. We were just talking about. I had shingles earlier in the year, and
One of the
you
most
were-
painful things.
It was very. Have you ever had it?
I have not, but I had chicken pox as a child. And,
Right.
As you
well,
know.
then you can get it.
Right. That
Yeah.
virus lives in your body and it can come back at any time. Do they know why it suddenly came back?
I think it was stress.
Is that right?
I think
Back
it
to
probably
stress.
was. Yeah, I got a little strip of it here, and I never felt anything like it in my life. I mean, I've had motorcycle accidents that I could laugh off compared to this.
Right,
I mean,
right.
it was like unbelievable. And then
Did you take narcotic pain medication?
no, I don't do narcotics
Yes,
anymore.
right, right.
Yeah. No, it's really a thing for me. Like people like me that have had problem with drugs. This is a problem with doctors. Actually, you say, hey, look, because I said to the doctor. This is really painful. He said, well, I can give you some codeine. I went, I can't take codeine. He said, it won't turn you into a drug addict. I said, I know, I already am a Tootsie Fruits drug addict. That's why I can't take the codeine.
I'm working on this documentary, and I have to tell you, I came across a stat that kind of boggled my mind. 80% of the narcotic opioid use anywhere in the world is here in the United States.
Holy crackers.
We use 80% of all the pain medications here in this country.
I think it's a weird thing that people, I've noticed this, it's an odd kind of prejudice, but people think if a drug's legal, then it's going to be somehow less deadly.
Absolutely, and I think if a doctor gave him a prescription for it, therefore, look, they know that, taking an OxyContin and having a beer is not a good idea.
Right.
But they don't expect it to kill you.
Right.
And every 19 minutes in this country, someone dies in exactly that way. Accidental prescription drug
Well,
overdose.
I mean, I've taken a lot of drugs. Some of them legal, some of them illegal. And here's
We're
what
sharing again.
No, I mean, it's not. This is no news. And I mean, look at me. So. But what I've noticed, the only thing I noticed about legal drugs or drugs that obtain from doctors, they're just better. They're just better quality drugs.
You know what you're getting as well.
Right. I mean, it's not cut with all sorts of Breaking Bad in there. It's like,
That stuff's pretty pure, right? from what they say on
I
the-
don't know. I mean,
But no, it's quite something. You take a couple of OxyContin, for example. They can prescribe 2 every 8 hours. If you take an Ambien on top of that, which is a pretty common pill, and you have a couple of beers or a couple of glasses of wine, what I've just described is a potentially lethal combination. And these aren't people who are drug addicts. These aren't people who think that they want to die or even think that they might die. And all of a sudden they don't wake up. They stop breathing.
this is it's Friday night. You're freaking out a lot of people right
Sorry.
now. Listen, we're out of time. You want an apple? That'll keep you healthy.
Apple a day.
Keeps the doctor away.
Here I am.
Dr. Sanjay Gupta, everybody. stress? Maybe a little massage? All right. Help you release the Kraken. My next guest is a very beautiful actress. She's in the show Once Upon a Time, which airs Sundays on ABC. Please welcome the lovely Ginnifer Goodwin, everybody. Ginnifer Goodwin. Ginnifer.
Yes.
A lovely name. I call you Ginnifer? Ginny?
You can call me Ginny.
All right, I'll call you
That's what
Ginny.
my friends call me.
I'll be your friend.
We can be friends
I'll
now.
be your creepy friend who's living in a basement with his robot skeleton pal.
I like your Jeff with a G.
Yeah, Jeff with a G.
Nice mohawk.
You're adorable.
He's right, you are. I particularly like your sort of top
Oh,
here.
thank you.
It's very
My
nice.
jacket I'm pretending is a blouse. Yes.
It's very interesting. It's
Thank
leather.
you. Yes, it is.
And the arms are short.
Yes, they are.
It's like you got it from some biker midget.
I did actually. I took them down.
You know, do you write a... Wow, look at...
So-
Wow, look at that. Can I... Look at that. Very exciting. You're like a real fashion plate.
Well, oh, thank you.
Do you follow fashion? Are you very kind of Project Runway-ish?
I do. You know what? I don't watch Project Runway, but I do read the fashion magazines.
You do?
Yes,
See, I don't know. I always say to my wife, I don't know if you should be looking at these things. Because she always gets,
dangerous.
she always gets like, I feel so fat. I'm like, you're not
Oh, no, that part,
ridiculous.
yeah, no, you can't. I think that it does take a certain kind of, you have to have a certain kind of armor on, as it were, when you read those things.
You get sort of detachment, like a doctor in many
Absolutely.
ways.
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to be like a doctor to read a fashion
Can't
magazine.
take it personally.
No, you mustn't. But this looks good. It's
Thank
very
you,
nice
thank
indeed.
you.
And the show, Once Upon a Time, you play a cop, right?
I do. I play a cop who solves a different crime every week.
Is that true? Did I get it
after,
right?
Saving someone in the ER. And my dog.
I got it
tells
right.
me-
That's amazing that I got it right. You really play a cop?
I play Snow White. She does solve some crimes, I guess.
Snow White
Yeah,
solves
sure.
crimes?
Yeah, sure. She goes on adventures. She solves mysteries.
What the hell kind of Snow White is this? Is it like a modern version of Snow White?
Yeah, it's a modern Snow White.
Do you have a grandma?
I know, but I am a grandma.
What?
I am. Okay, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I was in the first season stuck in a sort of amnesia coma for 28 years.
Nice.
Now my daughter is my age. And
Do you play your daughter?
No, but that'd be fun too.
Ah,
but no,
yeah,
the
yeah.
beautiful,
Two
amazing
paychecks,
Jennifer
two
Morrison.
paychecks, yeah.
But I do kind of play two characters, so maybe I should have thought about
Yeah,
that
yeah,
two
yeah.
paychecks thing before. Because I played the version of Snow White who forgot that she was Snow White.
Right.
And Snow White. So my daughter's now my age, and my grandson's 11. And I'm 28, eternally.
And you're not a cop?
But I do solve crimes.
You do solve crimes?
Kind of. I mean, now that we're really, I've never really thought about it that way, but yeah.
No, I think it's a great idea. I wish I'd been in the pitch meeting for it. She's Snow White, she's her own grandma, she solves crime. She's got an 11-year-old kid. Do you have a dog?
I have, well, there's horses and donkeys and wolves.
Horses and donkeys and wolves, oh my! Wow.
Yeah.
So, and do the wolves turn into men?
People.
Yes.
Yes.
Werewolves.
Yes.
They werewolves, and then they're not wolves when they're hanging.
Yeah, but then they're real wolves on set, which
Actual live wolves?
scares me to death.
Yeah, that's dangerous.
It is dangerous.
It's like wolves are wild animals.
They're wild and they're big.
Yes, they will eat
I'm like,
you.
why don't we get a dog that looks like a wolf or put a person in a wolf costume?
Voila! Voila! They wanted to use. I'm like.
You really should come on board. I like this.
Yeah, what, on your show?
Yeah,
I'd love to be
absolutely.
on your show. I would like to play the creepy Undertaker.
We need a creepy Undertaker.
I'm your man.
And you know, we have Robert Carlyle, who's from your neck of the woods.
He's from Glasgow.
You could like
What does he play?
Scottish out together. He's Rumpelstiltskin, who's also a pawnbroker.
Is he his own grandfather?
He, actually, in some ways, yes.
Man, I thought I was a geek, but I can't keep up. This is crazy.
It's from the writers of Lost, so they.
Oh, yes. I see where you are now. Yes, yes. It'll never pay off. Then. Oh, what?
I loved the ending.
You did?
Genuinely.
Did you?
Lost
What
with
about
my
The Sopranos?
crap.
Did you like the Sopranos ending? Did you like that? Because that was also. Ooh la la!
Now that I'm not on HBO anymore, I can say no. That
No,
wasn't really crazy
like
about
I'm
the
like
ending.
what?
Yeah.
Don't stop believing.
But it's a good song.
It's okay. No, I don't know. I get very. Do you remember? You're way too young to remember this. There was a show called St. Elsewhere.
Yes.
Do you remember? Do you know about
do.
that show?
Yes.
And it ended with it was a kid with a snow globe who had just imagined the whole thing.
Oh, I don't like that. That's like when people wake up at the end. And it's
Yeah,
like,
it was
oh,
like
it's all a
that.
dream.
Yeah,
I'm not so into that.
Well, I wouldn't say that because you know when your series,
I mean,
somebody might wake up and it's Dallas.
That's true. I wouldn't put it past them.
No, it sounds good. It sounds fantastic. I do like when you mess around with legends and stuff.
I do
What about you? Are you a believer in the supernatural? Do you?
I am.
Really?
Yeah.
I knew you were going to say that.
How did you know?
I just don't know.
I do. In fact, I look for. I've never lived in a haunted house. I always want there to be ghosts in my. Do you think this place is haunted?
Haunted? It's haunted by the broken dreams of an immigrant. Yes. Yes, it is.
Aw, that just went dark.
Went a little dark. Yeah. Where are you from?
Memphis, Tennessee.
Oh, I thought I heard that. Yeah.
Are there Memphians here? No, they're just. Oh, you are for reals? Hello. Are you Corky?
Hey! Do you mind?
I'm like, do you like Corky's or Rendezvous?
The Rendezvous, the best.
Ah, there you go. It's ribs.
Oh, ribs.
Yeah, you have to like see what like side of the tracks everybody's from.
I see.
Mm-hmm. Where do you like your ribs from?
Cows.
You can come home.
Yeah, all right then. We're out of time. Do you want an apple, or is that too much like the...
I would love an apple.
Oh, really?
Absolutely.
All right. Do you want some money?
Of course I want some money.
Well, right there you are at $7.50.
I'll take all I can get.
And here's an apple. Well, look, let's choose.
Oh, okay.
It's very important you choose the right one.
Oh my gosh. I've been through this before.
Yes, you have. Oh, give me the creepy music. Yes, you have.
Well, I'll ask you this. Which one do you think I should have?
I think you should have the one that fulfills your heart's desire.
Well, that seems to be this one's easier to grab, so I mean, it's just close.
That's the correct one. This one would have transported you to an island where nothing made sense. We'll be right back, everybody. We'll be right back.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Greg?
Jeff, you seem a little cold this evening.
Yeah. Could you put some more logs on the fire?
Of course I could. Now, this dark, forgotten corner doesn't seem so dark or forgotten, does it, Jeff?
No, it doesn't.
What if we woke up and this was all a dream? And actually, you weren't a reanimated corpse, and neither was I. That would be absurd.